On the Autocar show today, the Volvo S90 comes to India, a facelift for the Honda Brio, the Aston Martin DB11, and we start out the best Diwali deals.
The Volvo S90 is due to launch here next month. Now, I drove it a couple of months ago in Spain, and I came away feeling that this is not a car to get your pulse racing, but it was one that definitely knew how to calm it down. Its focus is very clear, that's comfort and luxury, and on those counts, it really impressed me. Well, what we have to see is in our Indian conditions, and with the engine in a slightly different state of tune, because I drove a different one there, can it do the same? Well, to begin with, it really doesn't look like the Volvos we know. Those strong Volvo haunches give way to a sleeker, more sculpted rear. And though it has a lot going on with the inset for the logo, the custom creases, and the C-shaped taillights, I really like the rear because it is so different. The side has a coupe-like profile and a strong shoulder line that goes straight across from bonnet to boot. It sits on 18-inch 245/45 tires, and what lends it the luxury feel is the fact that the front tires have been extended a little further forward, giving it a larger axle to dash length and meaning a huge wheelbase. The long bonnet extends out, culminating in the grille with 23 concave flaps that's taken from the Volvo's iconic P1800. The grille is flanked on both sides by those ever-so recognizable Thor's Hammer LED lamps. There's no two ways about it, it is a smart-looking car. The interior spells luxury in big, bold letters. There's a nice flat leather-wrapped dash, snap-up seats, pure wood accents along the car, and of course, that now familiar vertically set infotainment system that takes pride of place in the center. Yes, it does tick off all the right boxes. And then there's the fantastic sounding Bowers & Wilkins system, sunroof, and a whole host of goodies that you get. Well, considering this is the luxury segment, most owners are going to want to be in the back seat. So let's begin there. It's a really comfortable backseat space. There's plenty of it. In fact, I'd go so far as saying is I think this is the segment leader as far as legroom is concerned. The seats themselves are really comfortable. If there's one thing that's lacking a little bit, it's under-thigh support. It could have done with a little bit more. Still, with the amount of legroom, it does allow the rear seat passenger to sit with legs crossed or stretched out so you can get really comfortable. In addition, there are side blinds and the touchscreen for the climate control for rear passengers too. However, there's no rear sunblind. Now what's really impressive is ride quality. It just smothers the road. When I saw those low-profile tires, I was a little bit worried as to how it would be in our conditions. But I have to say, whether you're low speed, ambling along in city traffic, or cruising along a highway, it is just like you're gliding along. It's truly impressive. It's flat and composed and definitely puts another big tick on the luxury box. The only time you can feel the suspension is over sharp-edged bumps. But even that is milder than most. It does stiffen when you drive it in dynamic mode, and it's not as pillowy as it is in comfort. But the impressive part is, even in dynamic, it still feels darn good. What else is really good is cabin insulation. I mean, this just shuts off everything from the outside. There's just no engine noise, sounds from the outside, no wind noise. You really feel cocooned inside. I could sit in this back seat forever, but I have to change over. And Nikhil, if you could stop, maybe I could get behind the wheel. The version of the car I drove on my earlier test drive in Spain came with a D5 engine with 235 HP and power pulse system. But this D4 engine doesn't have that, and it comes with just 190 HP and 400 Nm of torque. Well, like I said earlier, this engine won't get your pulses racing, but it's no slouch either. It gets up to triple-digit speeds in a calm and smooth manner, and pretty easily. The acceleration is linear, and you don't find a sudden surge of power at any point. It feels its strongest between 2,000 and 4,000 RPM, so you find overtakes quite easy. From the outside, the engine really doesn't sound refined, but inside the cabin, it's a whole new story. It's barely audible. It settles into a cruise quite comfortably, and it never feels underpowered or out of breath. And on the flip side, it's equally comfortable dealing with city traffic and low-speed conditions. The gearbox is a little slow to react when you want that sudden burst of power. It takes a little time, but it responds better to a gentler foot. There are no paddle shifts because this car doesn't pretend to be sporty, but you can put it into manual mode, and that gets rid of any lag time on the shift. There are 3 driving modes: Eco, Comfort, and Dynamic. When you do want an extra dose of energy, Dynamic offers that up quite well, sharpening the throttle response and quickening the shifts. Now, with the focus so strongly on luxury, needless to say, this doesn't really engage you as a driver, and it feels a little soft around the corners, but it still gives you a good measure of security. You can carry a fair amount of speed. And needless to say, straight line stability is really, really good, and you feel extremely planted and safe. The lane assist safety system works well, as we found out, on the single lane highway. Every time we wanted to overtake, the little light would flash and the steering would vibrate and offer a small amount of resistance. But it's not the best application on our single-lane highways because we do need to weave past traffic. So I switched it off. But on an expressway, it would be great. What the S90 also offers is a park assist feature. You have to drive by a parking spot. The car assesses whether you can fit in and lets you know if there is an available space. All you have to do is use the gears as instructed, and it does the rest. Being a Volvo, there is also a strong list of safety features. One has to mention here that Volvo has only 16 showrooms around the country, so its reach is not as strong as its competitors, and after sales is a factor that's important to Indian customers too. At launch, the Volvo S90 will come with only one engine, the D4, and in one variant, the Inscription, loaded with all the bells and whistles, at an expected price of around 55 lakhs, which puts it right up there with its competitors. Now, it does a fabulous job of being a luxury car, even in our conditions, and being inside the cabin is a calm and soothing experience, whether you're behind the wheel or in the back seat. It makes a very compelling choice in its segment, and you'll definitely feel like you've got your money's worth. So, should you buy one? Well, if luxury and comfort is what you're after, most definitely yes.
The Honda Brio has always been a quirky yet fun-to-drive car because of its small dimensions and eager nature. Was, however, let down a little bit because of its drab interiors. Now, 5 years down the line, Honda has given us this new Brio with updated exteriors as well as interiors, and it also comes with some new features. This has been the first update that we've seen on the Brio since 2011, and the fact is that this update has come at a time and there's a lot of stiff competition in this segment.
So, what's changed? Well, the new Brio sports a more grown-up look at the front, with a glossy black strip that runs across the grille and a chrome accent that runs along the bottom. There's also a new, slightly larger front bumper with built-in fog lamps, with a boxy contour around the corners, and a revised air net. View the new Brio from the side though, and the only change you'll spot are the new turn indicators on the ORVMs.
At the rear, the Brio gets clear lens tail lamp which now protrudes a little bit. It also gets this high-mounted spoiler with an integrated stop light which adds to the whole sporty appeal. Now, let's head inside and see what the new Brio has to offer. The interiors get an all-new instrument panel, and the dashboard gets a carbon finish as well as silver accents. The AC vents are now smoothly integrated into the dashboard.
The new look adds some balance and style to the otherwise dowdy interior. But the style changes also come added equipment, a new 2-DIN integrated audio system with Bluetooth connectivity and a hands-free telephony function. The AC controls are updated as well, with sleek buttons replacing the rotary dials of the previous model, and the addition of a max cool function. The all-new instrument panel boasts triple dial analog meter with white illumination that keeps up with today's standards quite well. You get beige interiors for the base versions, adding the feeling of space, and new sporty black interiors for the top VX variant. Honda has also equipped the top-spec Brio VX models with a host of safety features like advanced compatibility engineering or ACE body structure that enhances protection in the event of a collision. The front body structure of the Brio also comes with pedestrian injury mitigation technology. It's also got dual SRS airbags, ABS, EBD, seatbelt free tensioners with load limiters, and impact mitigating headrests. The engine, however, remains unchanged. Yes, it's the same 4-cylinder 1.2-liter iVTEC engine that delivers 87 horsepower and 109 Newton meters of torque. Manual and automatic versions are still on offer.
With all variants remaining under a ton, slight weight means the Brio is still a lot of fun to drive. It's got a peppy engine, and the ride and handling is as good as it was before. However, it still doesn't get features like a rear parking sensor or a reversing camera.
With a large glass tailgate, rear visibility is good enough for one not to miss it. And it's a car that's easy to maneuver with the light steering and small turning radius, which means parking and cutting through city traffic is pretty easy.
While this may not be a major update to the new Brio, it does give the car a fresh new appeal. Honda has taken a good car and made it even better. With the new exterior and interior styling, as well as the new features in the car, the new 2016 Honda Brio is now ready to take on the competition.
Aston Martin has been around for a whopping 103 years, and in that time they have faced their share of ups and downs. They've won Le Mans races, they've gone bankrupt, and they have become James Bond's vehicle of choice. In the past few years, however, they've been facing a lot of financial issues. Hopefully, all of that is set to change with Aston's second century plan, which will be kicked in by none other than this gorgeous DB11. Up front, you have the signature Aston grille with new slick LED headlights, and you have this beautiful fluid form just flowing throughout the car. There are lots of new features nevertheless. The car looks distinctively fresh. There are lots of aero features. You have this aero blade where air enters from here, goes through a series of tubes and comes out from here, mimicking a spoiler, increasing downforce, reducing drag, because let's face it, a spoiler would be too unclassy for a British sports car. Speaking of class, the DB11's cabin just oozes it. Soft, supple leather covers almost every surface over here. The Aston's weighted cabin has been replaced by something far more modern. Since you're not Mr. James Bond, you won't get buttons to launch missiles or squirt oil, but what you do get is a lot of modern amenities like electronically adjustable seats, a 1000-watt stereo system, and sat-nav. A lot of these buttons have been borrowed from Mercedes because of Aston's latest partnership with Daimler, especially the infotainment screen and this controller. Under the hood, Aston has gone the traditional way and stuck to a V12. It has been downsized to 5.2 liters and fitted with twin turbos, but it still makes a nice, healthy 608 HP of power and 700 Nm of torque, all of which is channeled to the rear wheel via an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Aston, in keeping with the modern theme of things, has also packed it with lots of electronic wizardry. You get electronic brake distribution, torque vectoring, traction control, and an active dampening system. The DB11 is certainly a huge leap forward for Aston. At rupees 4.27 crore, the company is clearly not looking at selling big numbers, but that's not where the importance of the DB11 lies. This car will be the base, literally, for the next generation Vantage, Vanquish, and DBX SUV. And for that, it is just the car for the job.
Well, it is the festive season and the season for shopping, and if you're on the lookout for a car, the good news is the fireworks have already begun. There are great discounts on cars this Diwali. Let's take a look at all the deals. Volkswagen Polo. Volkswagen is offering a 0% interest rate on EMI for October as a part of its Volksfest program. You can also get up to 20,000 off on the Polo. The pre-facelift Honda Brio. The new facelifted version has just been launched, so you can get the older variants up to 25,000 rupees off. Nissan's Peppy City Runabout, the Micra, is offering you savings of about 60,000 rupees. And if you opt for the Nissan Micra Active, you can save up to rupees 25,000. The Tata Bolt. The stylish but slow-selling Bolt is now offering discounts of close to rupees 40,000 on most variants. The Renault Pulse. The Pulse can be had with cash benefits of up to rupees 40,000 depending on the variant. Fiat's rugged hatchback, the Aventura, is offering benefits of up to rupees 75,000 on certain variants of the model. The Maruti Wagon-R. A small car with a big discount. Benefits of up to 55,000 are available on both trims, including an exchange bonus. The Honda Jazz. You can save up to rupees 40,000 on the current version of the Honda Jazz, but if you opt for a 2015 model, depending on its availability, you can get up to 60,000 rupees off. Well, those are the discounts on the smaller cars, but if you're on the lookout for something a little larger, more family size, here are the deals. Another festive offer from Volkswagen. The Jetta is available with benefits up to rupees 20,000. The second model from Tata offering a festive season discount is the Zest. Tata is giving away cash benefits of up to 30,000 rupees on this compact sedan. The Maruti Ciaz Diesel. The popular Ciaz is offering rupees 35,000 including an exchange bonus at all its dealerships. The loaded with equipment Verna is available with discounts up to rupees 60,000 on almost all variants depending on availability. One of India's favorite cars, the Honda City, can be had with a benefit of rupees 60,000 rupees depending on the availability of the older 2015 models at the dealership. The 2016 models come with benefits up to rupees 15,000 too. The Fiat Linea. It is the most powerful petrol car in its segment, and the Linea can be had with benefits of up to rupees 60,000 rupees depending on the variant. Save up to rupees 70,000 on the Nissan Sunny. Its big and airy cabin is its USP. Honda's Amaze may be a compact sedan, but the discounts are big. The current Amaze is available with benefits of up to rupees 43,000. The pre-facelifted 2016 cars are offered with benefits of up to rupees 60,000. And if you want to go a little further back, if the 2015 model is available in your dealership, you can avail of discounts of up to rupees 1 lakh. Volkswagen Vento is offering benefits of rupees 30,000, including exchange and loyalty bonus. Moving from mid-size to the SUVs, MUVs and crossovers. Renault's practical MPV, the Logi, is being offered with a gift check worth rupees 40,000 or 20,000 depending on the variant and the engine. Nissan Terrano. You can save up to rupees 55,000 on Nissan Terrano, a sister model to the Duster. you don't mind a car manufactured in the last year, the 2015 versions of the CRV are available for benefits up to rupees 70,000. Renault Duster is also offering big Diwali discounts on both the AMT and the manual Duster models. The AMT is available with benefits up to rupees 80,000, whilst the manual variants are offered with a gift check of rupees 40,000. As a part of the festive season offer, Tata is giving cash benefits of up to rupees 1 lakh on the Safari Storm. If you're on the lookout for a people carrier, then this is the time to buy one. Honda is offering benefits of up to rupees 2 lakh on its Mobilio. But if you're in the mood for luxury this Diwali, then there are deals in the luxury segment too. Want a luxury car? Well, Mercedes GLE is offering you savings up to rupees 2 lakh. But if you want a slightly bigger car, you can get discounts up to rupees 3 lakh on the Mercedes C-Class as well. And though the Mercedes GLA may be one of the smallest in the lineup, you can save big money this Diwali on it. You can get benefits of up to 4 lakh of rupees. The new Audi Q5 is just around the corner, so you can get the current version at savings up to rupees 4.5 lakhs. Well, there will be some variation from dealer to dealer and region to region, so please contact your local dealer for the exact discounts available. We hope you've enjoyed watching this episode of the Autocar Show. We'll be back with more next week.